Welcome to Campus Chat, a look at the people, the opportunities, programs, and happenings at Western Nevada College. Campus Chat is made possible by the Western Nevada College Foundation.
Hello and welcome to Campus Chat. My name is Helaine, and this is the show about the people and programs of Western Nevada College. Today we're in the Reynolds Center for Technology, and we're going to be talking about Western Nevada College's only bachelor program, and that's the Bachelor of Technology degree in Construction Management. And we're sitting in a construction lab, as you can see, on the Carson campus. And having been involved with this project on the periphery, I know many businesses in the northern Nevada area expressed a desire and an interest in construction management. And there was a huge hue and cry for that program to involve students from learning basic construction skills all the way up to construction management. And so I'm very pleased to have with us today is Dr. Jerold Stegeman. Jerry is the main instructor, the only instructor. Is that right?
Well, for the construction management program. For
construction management, and so he is leading us on in the new bachelor's degree. So welcome. It's nice to have you here. And,
well, thank you.
And thanks for having us in this building.
You're sure welcome.
It's a favorite building of mine because this is one of my first projects as the development director for WNC. We got this grant from the Donald W. Reynolds Foundation, and it was a really wonderful, wonderful project, so it's great to be here. So, Jerry, tell me a little bit about your background. How did you get involved in construction management? I mean, do you have a PhD in construction management, or how does that work?
How I got involved with this is I received my PhD from UNLV in 2001, and I went to work at Louisiana Tech as a civil engineering professor, and they had a program there that they called Construction Engineering Technology, and I took that program over, and I really enjoyed teaching the construction students more than I did the engineering students. So that's kind of how I got into this. And after a few years, I went to the University of Nebraska, and I taught construction management only there in their engineering department. And then that's how I come here, as I heard about the job here and the new program, and it seemed exciting. And being a Nevadan, I've been here 14 years prior to that, I decided to come back and work with Western Nevada.
That's great. So moving back to, is this the first time living in northern Nevada?
Well, I've been here quite a bit. I was a public works director for the city of Ely, and I had come to Carson City quite a few times on business. And also I was the principal engineer for the city of North Las Vegas. And I spent many years as a consultant, mostly in the Las Vegas area. But I grew up in Colorado, and Carson City is very similar to my home in Denver, Boulder area, Colorado.
Oh, yes. Very nice there.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful state, nice western state. So I know we have several programs in addition to the Bachelor's of Technology program in construction. Can you give us like an overview of all of the programs that we offer in construction?
Yes, we really cover all the gamuts of construction. From the skills area, we have a program through the ABC in Reno that the plumbers and the electricians can go to, and the carpenters can go to school there. We also have certificate programs in the residential structural inspection, which is taught here. It's a program that can be done in in one semester, about 4 to 6 months. And then we go into our typical academic programs. We have an Associate of Applied Science in Project Construction Management, which is really geared towards the superintendent on the job site. A person that has experience in construction can come in and get an associate's degree and probably open doors into the construction management from the field aspect. And then we have our Bachelor's of Technology program. And that's the upper level, the bachelor's degree, and that's basically for the construction manager, the person that would be running several projects from basically the office. So we actually go from the skills to the field to the office.
Do you think a person makes a better construction manager when they've had experience in the field?
Oh, absolutely. Most of our students have a lot of experience in the field, been maybe displaced with the economic downturn, and come back to school, and they make some of our better students, actually.
Because they actually know what's going on in the field, and They've probably had some good construction managers and some bad ones.
Yes, absolutely, and they can come with that experience. Also, they come in here at probably a little older, a little more experienced, a little wiser, and they really contribute to our program. This is one of the few programs probably in the country where you can get a bachelor's degree in construction management at night and still work during the day.
That's phenomenal. That's really, really good.
Yeah, I don't know of any other program in the country where you can actually do that.
Now, this is a side question for someone like myself. Do you offer any classes that a person with zero construction background can come in and just learn how to, like, take apart a electrical outlet or put a fan in or something like that?
Well, absolutely. Most of our freshman level type courses, our 100, 200 level courses, are really hands-on type courses. Our plumbing course, our electrical course, our structural layout courses. These are courses where you would learn how to actually put a project or put something together.
So I think there's, at least for myself, there's just, I mean, I know I could get electrocuted, but that's about it. I mean, I'd like to know a little more, and instead of being just an idiot about it. It's like, okay. So you're saying basically any 100 level class you could sign up and just learn some basic skills.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
but
that's great.
Obviously, we like people to come in and pursue a degree.
Right.
And so all of these are degree courses.
Yeah, maybe you ought to offer a construction for not for dummies, but I don't know. Anyway, so construction management, is there a shortage of construction management? Do people get jobs once they complete this program?
Oh, absolutely. A few years ago, Bill Pulte of Pulte Homes had talked to the Associated Schools of Construction, and he had indicated that the real desire, the need for construction managers, and he quoted a few statistics that were interesting. Nationally, there was about 7,500 needed nationally construction managers with bachelor's degrees, and at that time we were graduating about 3,500. So there was a huge need in construction management.
So do you think, and so if you take lower division classes here, like where you were talking about the Associate of Applied Science degree that you can get here at Western Nevada, does that articulate into the four-year degree?
Oh, absolutely.
It's seamless. You can just move right into it.
Absolutely. You can get an associate degree in construction project management. You can then move right into the bachelor's program. We also are set up, and we also encourage a lot of transfers. I would say most of our students are transfers from other universities, other colleges. You could do it at Truckee Meadows. Can I say that? Truckee Meadows.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Truckee Meadows Community College, get an associate degree. We have one transfer that has received their associate degree last semester and now is working on their bachelor's degree.
That's great. How many students do you have in the program, the BTech program?
The BTech program, I really don't know exact numbers, but as you talk to different people, there's probably at least 100 that are interested in the program, actively taking classes. All of our classes fill up. We graduated 3 last year. This year we will be graduating probably a dozen. So it's
wow, really?
Yes.
That's outstanding. I think that is just great. So do you have to have any? Let's say I want to come in and be a construction manager. Do I have to have a prerequisite or anything, or how do you get admitted into the program?
The program, you have to have certain classes to get into the Bachelor's of Technology program, but you can start with the associate degree level. No experience necessary, 100 level, freshman level, right out of high school, or you can be a manager for many, many years and come in as the 100 level and work towards your associate degree and then continue on to your bachelor's degree.
Great. Well, if someone's interested in getting a construction management degree or learn more about the BTech program, how do they get a hold of you, Jerry?
Well, they can call my office here at 775-445-3352. You can go and talk to the counselors here at Western Nevada College or talk to our many students or any of our 3 alumni.
Yeah, that's great. And we're going to be talking to one, aren't we? Yeah, Jim Bates threw out the first pitch for us a while back at the baseball game. So thank you. You've done a great job. Glad to hear it. This is really exciting stuff going on here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Stay with us. We'll be right back with Campus Chat. welcome back to Campus Chat. My name is Helaine, and we are in the Reynolds Center for Technology in the Construction Lab. And we just got finished talking to Dr. Jerold Stegeman, who oversees the Bachelor of Technology program here at Western Nevada College. And now I'm talking with two students, actually one graduate, Jim Fazer, sitting right next to me. Welcome, Jim.
Thank you
to
very
have
much.
you here.
Nice to be here.
And then we have Tim Johnson, who's currently in the program. So it's nice to have an alum of the program, actually one of the first graduates, correct?
Yeah, the first three.
First three, excellent. And then you're in the program right now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. So what led you to this program, Jim?
Well, it was almost kind of by accident. I started working construction while I was in high school, kind of as a summer job, and just kind of kept progressing with the company I was with. And the gentleman who I had worked for at the time said, "Hey, Western Nevada is about ready to offer this bachelor's program, in construction management." And I really didn't have anything else that I was interested in, so I thought, I'm gonna go there and give it a shot. So that's kind of how I wound up taking classes
that's
here.
Great.
So.
And how about you, Tim?
I actually started my college in 87, 88 at UNLV in the construction management program there that they had started up, and I did not finish it, and I went into the industry and was working, and I've worked the last almost 20 years in the industry, 15 years in the industry, and then with the slowdown in the market 2 years ago, I lost my job and decided to come back to school and finish my degree.
Wow, that's great. We're seeing a lot of that. Our enrollment's up like 15%.
Yeah.
It's good and it's bad, but I think it's always good to get more education.
Mm-hmm.
So you graduated last year?
Yeah, this last spring.
Yeah, Jim, actually, we have, of course, the Wildcats baseball program, and Jim was one of our honorary first pitchers, and he threw a strike from what I remember.
Yeah, I got it over the plate, and
yeah.
my arm was sore for a couple of days afterwards because, it'd been a couple of years since I'd actually thrown a ball that hard. So,
yeah, that was great. They did a good job.
Yeah.
Great baseball. So when you left, what are you doing now? Don't you have your own company,
yes,
right?
A few years ago I started my own home building company here in Carson, Ridgeline Development, with a partner, and so we've been doing that, building custom homes here in town and throughout the region, and then I've also do some consulting work with some developers in Reno on some large master plan projects, commercial, industrial, residential projects.
Oh, that's great. Do you think what you learned in this program helped you with that?
Yeah, very much so. Definitely on the construction side, as well as even the business side, through the course as well. Especially with having your own company, it's good to have the accounting, all the business management courses, the diversity classes. I think those are all really important. And then, just from coming out here in the lab and swinging hammers and, putting plumbing fixtures together, all around, I think it was really good.
I think that's what Jerry was referring to off camera. You didn't hear this, but getting a construction management degree isn't all about what happens with the hands-on. There's a lot more theoretical that applies too. So, Tim, you'll be graduating
This spring, yes.
Spring 2010. That's
yes.
exciting, isn't it? What do you plan to do after you graduate?
Hopefully find another job. Actually, the main reason why I came back was to finish my degree course and make myself more eligible for hire back into the management side of things. I was a purchasing manager for a local builder in Reno, and I've worked, like I said, 15 years in the industry, and a lot of it had been in purchasing on the home building side. My goal this time now is to try to get in the commercial side, which is there's a little more work on that side right now in the economy right now out there in the marketplace.
So both of you had a lot of experience, especially you had a lot of experience prior to
yes.
coming to the college. So how has the education here helped you? How did it enhance what you already knew?
Well, like Jim said, a lot of it had to enhance. A lot of the program here, the associate side, I'd already taken at UNLV because I'm basically a transfer student into the program. A lot of the classes I'm taking here, though, are on the management side of things, the diversity classes and the upper management, changing environments, things like that. Those type classes are the majority of the classes that I'm having to take now.
When you say diversity, what do you mean? What's a diversity class?
Well, definitely in the construction industry, we have a large range of backgrounds, and that course really helped us out with working with different people of different backgrounds as far as communication skills were one of the big things, and just feeling sympathetic towards other people's wants and desires, understanding what that was about. So
still pretty much a male-dominated industry, though, isn't it?
Yes.
Primarily, when I've had quite a few female bosses over the years, so I think women are really starting to come into.
We're bossing, aren't we?
Well, you can be at times, but
Go ahead, just go ahead and say it.
Sometimes we need to be straightened out. So at least from my experience, I've seen a lot more women coming into the field. So
even swinging a hammer.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
There's a few out there in the field. There's more in the office, of course, but
right, absolutely.
And we're seeing more and more of them, though. We have a few in the program here.
Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. So all in all, great experience here then at WNC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
recommend it to other
recommend
people.
it to anybody who wants to get into the construction business. Absolutely.
That's great. Well, it's sure been nice talking to you. And Tim, congratulations on your upcoming graduation, and Jim, you too.
Thank you very
much. First one of 3 to receive Western Nevada College's first ever bachelor degree. It's pretty impressive. Maybe we'll see you out next season throwing out another first pitch.
Yeah.
Hey, anybody can do it. You just have to pay. I mean, right? Yeah, it's an auction item, and
I went towards charity.
Yeah, it all goes. It's all a good thing.
Yep.
So stay with us. We'll be right back with our final segment of Campus Chat. Hello and welcome back to Campus Chat. My name is Helaine. We're in the Reynolds Center for Technology and we're in the Electronics Lab. And my final guest today is Emily Howarth. She's been on the show before and she's the Professor of Computer Information Technology. So it's great to have you on the show again.
Thanks, Helaine.
Because you're such a great teacher and so vivacious and lively and just have a lot of stuff going on. Well, Emily teaches a lot of different classes here in the Reynolds Center, but we're going to be talking about home technology convergence. And the skills in this class are not only for the do-it-yourselfer, if you want to upgrade some stuff in your home. I don't know what that stuff is yet. But it's also very valuable for the construction industry, right? We were talking about that off camera. And also applicable to an IT degree. Information technology. So it's great to have you here. And now, as you can see, we're surrounded by stuff. This clearly is a frame, right? Like for a house.
A mock-up of a house with the house walls so we can do installations and practice with actual walls.
Well, we were just talking in the construction program about how the industry is still pretty much a male industry. So how did you get involved in electronics and computers?
Well, a long time ago, I joined the Air Force, and that's where I got my basic electronics training. And I found that it to be very valuable to get me started, to get me a kickstart. And it showed me what I could do and took away some of those fears of being able to handle technical things. So I was lucky to have that experience. And now I could share that with my students and show them that they can do it too.
Oh, that's great. So that's how you got into electronics then too, through the Air Force.
That's right.
How long were you in the Air Force?
I did a 4-year section, and I was electronics and switching systems specialist, so telecommunications and computer systems.
Oh, that's great. So how did that get to home technology convergence? Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, what is it? Tell us all about it.
Well, it's about home automation and having a smart home and having the systems in your home controlled by a central location and maybe even remotely controlled. And electronics is going this way where we're trying to make sense of it and trying to use it for efficiency and for things that make our lives easier. So having an automated home allows you to control things like your lighting and your home theater and even maybe your sprinklers to handle those systems that we use every day and maybe make things more efficient around the house.
How about your home? Is it Is it automated at all?
There are parts that are, and there are things that I like traditional as well. But it definitely has helped me be more aware of my energy usage and when things are being used that I wasn't aware of.
Oh, okay. Like what?
Like, for example, if I can use the timing functions on my washer and dryer and my dishwasher, I can control when the water and the electricity needed for those systems are used.
What do you think, how many students do you have in the home in this type of class right now?
In this particular class, I can have 12 students. I have setups for 12 students, and we have 2 houses, so really that's 6 students per house, and they get lots and lots of hands-on experience, plenty of room, but also small groups so we can work together.
So take us through what do they learn then in the class? I mean, they probably have all different types of backgrounds and levels of learning. So
that's right. That's right. What's great about this class is that someone can just walk right in and be entry level with an interest in this material, and then someone else can join us that is an HVAC contractor or even a plumber or an electrician, and they can contribute to the class as well. We start at the very basics with each piece of cable and learn about the cable itself and different ways that it's used, and then we put every connector on every cable, then we run every cable through the walls, we put the wall plates on, then we put the systems in, and we connect all the systems and make them talk.
Wow.
So
cool.
We just build.
So is this a cable?
It is. This is a networking cable, but we could use it for voice and network applications, and we use it to send signals all over the house. You can see the different colors that help us code the different types of data information, voice information, security information.
Wow, that's neat. And so then you learn the basics of what each wire in here in this like little piece means.
Yes, and how to build every connector, how to put the ends on, even how to use test equipment, how to make sure things are working correctly and make sure that your wires are all lined up the way you expect and that sort of thing. So we try to expose each student to not only how to build things, but how to support them as well, how to take care of them once they're already installed.
And then basic electronics theory, correct? Like how not to
That's right.
get electrocuted.
That's right. We do a lot of safety talk, and we also do things like speakers. When we install the speakers, we talk about putting speakers in series and speakers in parallel and what the differences are and how the electrical characteristics affect that. So that's where electronics is going these days, to do something with the electronics. Instead of just study the basics, let's do something with it.
So of these 12 students you have in the class for this semester, how many are just wanting to do something in their own home themselves personally compared to people in industry trying to retool or retrain?
That's a great question. I think about a third of my students are homeowners or even property managers who want to work in their own home or maybe their rental homes to add some of these systems. And then another third are people re-entering the workforce who say, maybe I've got some computer experience, or maybe I've done some plumbing or some HVAC work or even some landscape and lawn work, and I want to try to incorporate this into my business. And then I've got about the final third is traditional students who want to get their degree in information technology, and they really want to pursue as a career a well-rounded approach to IT.
Oh, that's interesting too, isn't it? A third, just information technology, period, and then all the different applications of it.
Yes, this is just an entry-level foundational course, and from here we can springboard in incredible systems that control not just homes but businesses as well.
Oh, so that's a great career path then.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There are a lot of integrators in this area who install these types of systems and bring efficiency and automation into homes and also into businesses.
Do you ever do consulting for people who are, let's say, building an addition to their home, and maybe they don't know what they want to make their home smart, but they want to do something? Like, how would you advise them, or how?
I do. We get a lot of conversation like that going in the class. Once we get comfortable with each other, we start to talk about those sorts of things. Hey, I want to do a little bit of this, or what do you think of that? And I get calls and emails, and so we talk about all of that stuff. And what's really great about this course is that you can come in and try things, and you can practice it 50 times if you want to. And so you get really comfortable before you go do something in your own home or even for a customer.
I think of course, it's harder to go back and retrofit a home.
That's
so
right.
If you're going to build something, you might as well. I mean, I guess it can go from the very mundane to like what stereo system, which wouldn't be mundane, but Like, could you get the blinds to go up and down?
Absolutely. And that's a great efficiency addition.
I'd be really lazy and fast in, wouldn't I? Yeah, open the blinds. Okay.
From bed, right?
Yeah.
And depending on which way your windows are facing, that can make a huge difference in your electricity bill.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, those are the types of things that we look at.
What's the most bizarre thing you've seen in a home automation
Well,
project?
people get kind of creative with their surveillance cameras. Let's just say that. So there's some interesting ideas for how to put up surveillance cameras and how to use them and how to capture that information.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's interesting. What's the most popular thing that people come in here for that you see?
Lighting control. Control. To be able to turn all the exterior lights on, all the interior lights off, brighten the kitchen, dim in the living room while I'm cooking, then switch them at the touch of a button so I can go to the dining room and eat. So it really helps.
So if you're on vacation, you could time it to the lights to come on in certain areas of the home to make it look like your home.
That's absolutely right. And in a more advanced system, you could call in with your cell phone and turn on your exterior lights and switch lights indoors as well for security purposes.
With your cell phone?
Mm-hmm.
That's phenomenal. How much would it cost to retrofit your home to do that?
Well, you could get an introductory lighting system in for under $100.
No way.
Yeah. So it's very affordable. And what we do here is just the basics to just get you excited and get you interested. And then from here we can build.
Wow, that's fascinating. Just build whatever you want.
The possibilities are really endless depending on what you're into. You could close the cover on your swimming pool automatically. Or
if you had a swimming pool.
If you had a swimming pool.
And I want one.
Yeah.
I really do. I want one.
I just have a little hot tub. I'd settle for that.
Right. Exactly. Little 2-inch waiter, 2-foot waiter. That'd be neat. So that's really good. Well, we talked about, we don't have much time. So it's a down economy. People are retooling. What, are they finding jobs for those people in this class that are looking for work? Does this help them find a job?
It does, and I think mostly what this does right now is expand the skill set of someone that's already doing electrical work or construction work or other support in the home. These are extra things that person can offer to maybe pick up a little extra business.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, if someone is watching this show and is interested in learning more about home convergence technology or anything related to electronics or computer information, how do they get a hold of you?
My phone number here on campus is 445-3300, and you can reach me through the college website. Email is a great way to reach me.
Great. Well, thank you, Emily. As always, a pleasure being here. A lot of exciting things going on in this lab, so always a pleasure coming here. And thank you for watching this edition of Campus Chat. We'll see you next time.
This has been Campus Chat, a monthly program from Western Nevada College. Campus Chat is made possible by the Western Nevada College Foundation.